I'm back. My power went out. The backup is back though. This is why I need a UPS. We are so back. We're so back. But I did get to change the audio stream encoder. So this time it shouldn't be as choppy. I do have backup power, yeah. But it like flicks over. And in that time it flicks over, heavy devices don't live. Yeah, I changed the stream as well. This is now a software encoder. Let's see how this looks. For some reason, it's cooler. It's cooler than the. It's cooler than the hardware encoder. What? I don't understand that. I guess just CPU everything when you got enough cores, right? Yeah, I'll make a video on this Threadripper. Like make a video on it or make a video using it kind of thing. Hey, Ruslan. You know, it was a happy accident. At least the encoder is working fine. And it's cooler than it was before, so I don't understand that. CPU greater than GPU? Yeah. Sometimes on Linux that do be the case. 5950X? 5950X is fantastic CPU. And it like that's plenty enough. This thing is ridiculous. But I bought it because I was freelancing and I was compiling a lot. Back in 2019. It served me pretty well, but like it has aged. It's definitely not worth buying. Yeah, I need a UPS. At least until like the backup power comes on. I have one for the networking. I just don't have one for this. Normally I'm working on a laptop, so it's fine, but this obviously doesn't have a laptop on it. Hey, Hugo. How's it going? CPPC in the motherboard BIOS. What does it do? Hey, Mr. Genius. Do I need to update the BIOS for it? I'm gonna add this to bookmark. We are getting some drop frames. Frames are dropping. It looks like it's back on now, but we may need to see what's going on. The power's been a bit flaky, so I don't know if the internet's dropping or not. What does a 32-core Linux machine mean? Just this, really, I guess. It's got 64 threads. ISP, it could be. They might be affected by the power outage as well. You want to see some Elden Ring? Let's, we could always do some Elden Ring. What do you need 32 cores for? Compiling Rust, obviously. Anytime you cargo build anything, you need 32 cores. This definitely helps with Rust compile time. What's a big Rust project? What should we compile? Phoronix, what's so many ads? What's a large Rust project? Z? Should we compile it? Need to test it. Yeah, because they're both running on the CPU now. Let's test it. Why am I not logged in? Do I need to have my Nix configs in etc/Nix? You can have them in your home. I have them in my .files directory. You can have them anywhere. Links sound kind of junky for me. What's the links? All right, so let's build this, shall we? Try to compile Z with Bazel. How do we compile Z with Bazel? Do we even have Rust? Yeah, we do. Don't use Bazel. I'm not going to use Bazel, don't worry. We want to build it though, release mode, right? Okay. Let's see what's happening. Well, it's just downloading and installing at the moment. Makefiles are pretty easy. Oh, am I still dropping frames? Not really. Okay, now it's compiling. Couldn't build though. CLang not found. Wait, what? Well, that was pretty unworthwhile. At least they got a flake.nix. Hey, Phoenix. Yeah, I got, my power went out, but I'm back, if the stream is still going. We're probably going to kill the stream again, though, by doing this. Am I still live or did I die? Made the Tmux Windows change with make alt number. Make alt number. Nice. It's not a bad way to do it. So far, so good? Okay, good. Man, this is taking ages. That is one thing. Rust on Nix is hit or miss. Okay. Now I think we can build. It was me. Sorry, Shavi. My power went out. Okay, let's see if this kills the stream. Not dropping any frames. Borksmeister, thank you so much for the subscription. You are helping me bring my content to hundreds of thousands of people around the world and helping to support my dreams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hope the stream doesn't die. No more drop frames, so I guess the power came back on. Yeah, I have a backup for the whole home, but there's like a bit of latency when it switches over, so I need a UPS in between. Yeah, this is back when I was doing freelancing. I could afford it. Can't afford it now. This is why I'm stuck on an old version. I haven't upgraded to the new 7970X, or whatever it is. Maybe one day. Streaming from the same machine, no drop frames either. Everything's holding steady. Thanks, I'm glad I'm back as well. It was scary for a second there. Why doesn't Go have a way to remove packages from a project, like it just accumulates over time? You can do Go mod tidy. So, let's do it here actually. Go mod tidy. That'll tidy it up. That was 1 minute 39 seconds. That's not bad. I don't know how fast it is on something else, but 1 minute 39 seconds. Yeah, that's what tidy's for. Next programming, you try. Let us know how long it takes. That wasn't super fast. Like, well, I mean, it's gone now. It didn't use all the cores all the times. Zen browser, I think that it's very minimal. The tabs, well, I mean, you can open this up if you want. It's okay. I don't mind it. I'm getting used to it. At least I'm not getting the being told to update anymore. Compile NeoVim with Ninja. We can do that. What happened to Qt Browser? I know. I like Qt Browser a lot as well. All right, let's clone NeoVim and build this. Compile Firefox. On stream, I don't know how long that's going to take. Do I have a job? If you are, how do you get time for self-employed? So self-taught. I used to have a job. I don't anymore. I now work for myself. But to be fair, working for yourself has less time than working as a job. So how do I get time? I mean, being a YouTuber helps because that is my job. So I have to spend time learning new things. But yeah, I don't have a job. I'm self-employed, which I guess is kind of a job. $59.50x, 64 G. It's G. Indie hacker, content creator. Pretty much, yeah. I do like doing content creation. I need to do course creation, though, not just content creation. Do I have higher education? Yeah, I got a bachelor's degree. I got first class with honors. I wanted at one point to do a PhD, but then I just decided not to. Mr. Fancy Pants over here with his honors, I know. PhD about what? I wanted to do it in optimization algorithms. So looking at how to speed up, or yeah, optimization algorithms basically. So algorithms that are used to combat NP hard problems or NP complete problems. PhD in Frosted Flakes. I could have got a PhD in Frosted Flakes. The indie hacker doesn't really work for you. How so? Time to create a terminal app to sell water. There you go. I could do that. Is this a remote server? No, this is a local machine. What is the Linux distro that you're using? I am using NixOS, by the way. There we go, that's what I wanted. NixOS and Hyperland. Yeah, Dimitri's got it. Not enough junky engineering around me. Yeah, to be fair. Well, you can't see this side of the room at the moment. It's an absolute state. Absolute state. In fact, even this side, just like behind the camera, is an absolute state. Animations is overrated. Or the Hyperland one? Or just animations in general? 64C, so it is getting a bit toasty. But it's doing fine. We haven't had any more drop frames. Show us the junkie engineer. How do I do that without moving the camera? That's like... I can take a picture and send it on the Discord. All right, here we go. Here's the junkie engineer. But you've got to be on my Discord to see it. Or actually, I'll hold the picture up. Okay. That's the junkie engineer. Can you see that? Is it frozen for you? How much is the cost of electricity using Threadripper monthly? It's not cheap. I think like idle, it uses 200 watts. So... yeah, it uses like 200 watts. I mean, it's okay because I got solar, so it's fine here, but it's not cheap. Monthly, it's probably like $10 a month, maybe. Didn't see the junk. I'll show it to you again if it's fixed. There's like a pair of latex gloves. That is because I just filmed a bit for this video. But it looks just even worse, like a pair of used latex gloves. That is because I filmed a bit though. It's not anything horrible. Lake, you asked why you would return a function. Yeah, that's the indie hacker stuff. Pay equivalent of 60 USD per month. That's expensive, man. Ours is pretty cheap because we got solar, but it can be really expensive, like if the AC's going off and stuff. Ours, like summer 1 year was like 400 a month because of AC. Just a doctor on the side. Here they are. Looks so junky. That's like real junky. Unfortunately, there is a bit in a video that's coming up, so I had to film it. What's the plugins that makes brackets different color? Yeah, let's take a look at that. That's actually a really cool plugin. Somebody called out content creators for not doing it because it makes it easier, and I agreed with them. I think it's called Rainbow Delimiters. Here we go, this one. $40 on the shower. Man, that's that's a long shower. Why not have a bath at that point? NVIM on Nyx is awful? Nah. Who told you that? Editor's color theme? Thank you. That is Tokyo Night. By Folky. It's not MV Chad, no. This is just base, raw Dreams near Vim. Yeah, it is a cool plugin. You think people without color scheme and LSPs are better programmers? I mean, it's one way to think about things. Yeah, NVIM on Nyx is the same. You can do NVIM. Like mine, I just have it the same as anything else. Just I can't install things with Mason. NS, hey, what are we doing today? It's just a chat day, to be honest. We're just chatting. I'm testing this streaming setup, which is now a lot better than it was at the start of the stream. Red Hot Vengeance, you're back. Red Hot, by the way, I need to say thank you for the subscription. I forgot to say that because it didn't alert me. So thank you so much for the sub. You are helping me bring my content to hundreds of thousands of people around the world and helping to support my dreams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was going to message you after the stream, but you're back on it. So thank you again, Red Hot. Tokyo Night, it's really awesome. I mean, Capuchin is still good. The Tokyo Night mouse cursor I built is not as good as the Capuchin one. Yeah, no, you don't want to use Mason on Nyx. No Mason on Nyx. That's the only like kind of caveat with it, but at the same time, if you're using Nyx, it's fine. NS, are you doing full-time content creation? I absolutely am. Yeah. Yeah, dump Mason, install them directly with Nyx. That's the way to go if you use Nyx. Yeah, Nyx. I mean, we got to usher in this new age of Nyx. I think it's time. I'm completely Nyx pilled at the moment. It took me like 6 months to get there, but now I'm like, yep, Nyx is great. I can't imagine not using it. Dreams of Nyx. Yeah, the second channel we're gonna change the name of it. I'm gonna do an update on what that new name is, but I got to do it before 100k because otherwise I'll get a plaque and it won't match. About to try HomeLab with your own laptop? Nice. I was curious when you're using Threadripper. This is going to be my main workstation now. So like I've been working across multiple machines and it's been an absolute pain because you have to film on one machine, edit on another. It just has not worked out for me. So I spent a lot of time getting this machine. I had to like flush the loop and everything because it was growing mold. Not very good. Had to get this machine in a good spot. Sorted out the entire desk setup. And now it's like in a really good space for me to just start cranking content because that's the goal here. I just want to like pump videos out. But like still high quality. Dream Ripper. Oh, that's a good name, isn't it? The Dream Ripper. Maybe that could be the name of the video. Not the moldy loop. Nah, I know it's annoying, isn't it? it was not good. And then I did a stupid thing of putting vinegar in there, which you're not meant to do because that degrades the nickel. But I flushed that pretty quickly. What fonts am I using? I'm using JetBrains Mono Nerd font. Let's have a look. Oh, not here. JetBrains Mono Nerd font. Right here. Dreaming in prod. Alleged Idol, thank you so much for the subscription. You are helping me bring my content to hundreds of thousands of people around the world and helping to support my dreams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got a drink. Dream Ripper does work on the title vid. Anti-growth? I did, yeah. I mean, it had anti-growth in it before, but I don't know why it was growing moldy. It was just a bit green tingy. That could have just been stuff degrading in the loop as well. I'm not too confident that my blocks are 100% okay. But I mean, what are we on, 47? 47 while streaming, 48 degrees? That's not too bad. What are you using your second monitor for after switching to a tiling window manager? So, I mean, yeah, normally I use just one main monitor. Streaming, you need two because you have to do... Hostname is not Dreamripper, but I should change it to that. Actually, I'm going to change it to... I'll tell you, actually. But Dreamripper is a good one. Second monitor is, like, streaming, you need stuff to, like, have off screen. Zenripper, you got it, Lake. That's probably going to be a good one. I actually have 3 monitors, and then I have the prompter here, which is really cool. I'm quitting using Linux because I'm using it too. It's not enough in life, so I will not use it for a month. What do I think? I don't fully understand the question, Victor. Nibby? Hey, Nibby. Nibby Banana. The banana video is going to come up next week, so... Yeah, Elgato prompter. I got it working with... I'll take a picture, actually. I'll take a picture and show you. Just making sure there's nothing like... Yeah, it's all good. Okay, this is the setup. I think... Let me... That's the setup. I am still using NixOS. All of this is NixOS. What camera am I using for streaming? I'm using the FX3. It's ridiculous for streaming. There's plenty of cheaper webcams for it, but I also use it for content creation. Don't think... I mean, that would be the problem. Not on the blocks, right? The blocks would just... Oh, I don't know, actually. If the blocks leak, that's really bad, but I don't think that's going to be... I do have a separate streaming machine. But the PSU in this died this week, so I took the PSU from the Windows machine and shoved it into the NixOS machine, into the Linux machine. So I only have one machine at the moment. I don't know if you need a separate streaming machine. I mean, this isn't separate streaming. The only problem, like, you can do it, but then it's a bit of a pain to, like, wire the cables through. Is it worth for migrating Arch to NixOS? For me, it was worth it, yeah. I actually really enjoyed the migration. Is it worth the Nix? Like, Nix, I think, is only going to get more and more in popularity. You're seeing now packages provide a Nix, Flake.nix in them. So, if you want to build open source, you will eventually have to learn Nix. Do I have a Stream Deck? Yeah, I do have a Stream Deck. I actually have 2, and I'm going to do a video on how to get them working on Linux, but yeah, they work great on Linux. They actually, I'm going to try it with the Pro or whatever it is, but yeah, they're really good now. Video editing on NixOS, it used to be a pain. I managed to get DaVinci Resolve working though, and now it's great. But DaVinci Resolve makes video editing on Linux perfect. How to make a Nix Flakes? Yeah, I will actually do that. That's a really good idea. I'll add a video. I mean, I'm going to do more and more Nix stuff. But yeah, I think, like, I mean, this is a mark my words or whatever prediction, but I do think Nix is only going to grow more and more in popularity over the next 5-10 years as people see the benefit of using it, especially how it tempers a lot of complexities with operating systems. You think you're using Linux too much? Oh, you want to do other... Yeah, I mean, that's good. I think you should go out, touch grass, etc., etc. Make sure you have other hobbies as well, especially those that get you outdoors. Photography is a great one if you like taking photos. Oh yeah, we want to turn cups off. What do I use for animations? So I was using After Effects. That's one of the issues with Nix, with using Linux. I may have Windows like with PCIe pass-through, but that's something I'll probably think about later on. But you can use DaVinci Resolve. Can you even resize DaVinci Resolve window in Linux? Yeah, of course you can. I mean, using GNOME or something, but yeah, absolutely. Have I tried Kitty? Once upon a time. It's not really for me. Do you like sprinting or walking for outdoor stuff? Walking's great. I like to run. I try to run every morning. I haven't run this last week, which has been terrible of me. But yeah, I like to run. The future is Nix. I think there's going to be more and more people using Nix in the future. Thanks for introducing to NixOS. Yeah, no problem. I'm going to start doing a little bit more. After Effects to CSS animations. Pass-through is a pain. I did get it working on Arch once upon a time, but it is a pain when you... Yeah, it's a pain. There's no doubt about that. .64. I mean, I think this is working with the software encoder. No drop frames. You tried Nix? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely... The first time I used Nix, I hated it. I really was not happy about it. But I persevered, and it was pretty good. Last time you tried it, it was a pain. Interesting. So I built the entire start of Dreams of Code up to like 70,000 subs using DaVinci Resolve. So it's definitely possible. Come home, people talk about it. Yeah, it's a bit of a cult at the moment. Nix Lang is a headache. It is. Definitely, it's functional, declarative. It takes a bit of time to get used to. 76.7 terabytes. That's just how much storage I have left on my NAS, in part of my NAS. What do I edit with now? Still DaVinci Resolve. Still DaVinci Resolve. I actually have it now. This is what I really like about DaVinci Resolve. I have it now, so I have a Postgres instance on my home lab cluster. And I have all of my video assets, as you can see there, on my NAS drive. So now I have kind of a server, basically a DaVinci Resolve server, so I can work on any machine, which is really, really nice. How much time did I spend on migrating Arch to NixOS? Not that much time. It was just a lot of doing things and getting comfortable, but it took me about 6 months in total to fully move over. Yeah, you can learn the Nix Lang basics in a day, pretty much. I mean, once you know data structures and then how to find information, yeah, I think that's all you need. It is a lot of storage. My NAS has got like 140 terabytes or something stupid, 160 maybe. Do I get a lot of people asking what X are using? Yeah, all the time. But I mean, we're just chatting, so it's good. You ever get a way to declare your packages? Do you have a list of all the stuff? I don't. I need to get a list. Have I tried Ghosty yet? I have tried Ghosty. I'm not moved over to Ghosty just yet, but I have tried it. DaVinci exports are massive. They can be. ProRes is pretty big. Do you think it's a bad idea that you're starting with Qi instead of stdlib? No, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think at some point you should force yourself to use the stdlib but Qi is close enough with HTTP handler, so as long as you're understanding the HTTP handler interface, I think it's fine. Qi and the stdlib at the moment are very close to one another, so it's fine. Tech Bros getting access to Ghosty. That's the reason I'm not doing a video on it yet, because it's invite only, which is fine, but I'm going to wait until it's publicly accessible before I do a video on it. Do I use DaVinci on Nix? I do use DaVinci on Nix, yeah. Now I do. Before I was using it on Mac. Any suggestion about a setup and home lab projects for noobs? I have my video on it. It's not gonna, it doesn't have any projects or stuff, but I'll do some more. We are waiting for the updated Go MVim video. I know, it's coming, I promise, but it's gonna take me a bit of time. What camera do I record on? I record on the FX3, which is ridiculously expensive and not needed to record, but that's what I use, just because it gets rid of a load of pain points. I would recommend the FX30 if you want a really solid camera that can record forever, which is what you kind of want for live streaming. What do I think of NixOS's stability? It's fantastic. There's always quirks with things, but NixOS's stability is one of the best in my opinion. Will I have demo/free courses? I will be doing courses. They probably won't be free. But there are enough free courses on the site. Which site are you talking about? I'm confused there. Just switch to the Suckless terminal. Fix too much issues with Alacrity. Suckless is pretty cool, but I think it doesn't work on Wayland, right? It only works on X11. Yeah. I will be doing courses on dreamsofcode.io. Any video on Tori? I do have a video on Tori planned. Tori? I can't remember how to pronounce it. Arch is pretty awesome. You can get a lot done with Arch. But you've used Windows forever. I think, just set up a VM and give it a go, you know? You don't have to, fully commit to it. You can always try things out before you do so. Is this Linux or Windows? This is pure Linux. Arch with Home Manager? Yeah, that's a good way to start. You can use Nix on Arch as well. Which is more zenful? Powerline with rounded separators or Powerline with angled? I think if I had to choose between the two, it would be rounded. But it's close. It's real close. What are we building today? Honestly, we're just chatting, mostly. It's just Q&A and talking. Hi, I love your videos. You explain things really well. About your setup, how much disk space roughly do you need for video production? Let me actually take a look. I think a single video for me, it used to be quite large, but I was doing things wrong. Now it's about 100 gigs for a video, not even that. Probably 30 gigs for a video. It really depends what you're doing and kind of the footage that you're recording. If you're just doing a faceless animation video, it can be really, really low. Now I do a lot more footage with camera and stuff, and those can be kind of large because I record on a high bitrate. But I mean, you don't need much. You can do it incredibly small. You can't build Z on Fedora Silverblue? Really? That's crazy. Line 35 is atrocious. Yeah, it's not great, is it? It's also going over the 80 character limit. We can do time or seconds. But we need it to be an int. And we may as well ceiling it. Then we could just do this, right? That probably looks better. Dreams of Code, if you aren't making something, how is chat supposed to distract the streamer? You're 100% right, Wolfric. What should we make? I'm still just ever so slightly hungover, like ever so slightly. So it's like really hard to make stuff when I'm hungover. Which is why it's fun to just chat BS. Looks better? Okay, good. Maybe a little clearer about what's happening. A little clearer. Limit. Limit this. Yeah. Alcoholic mentioned. 2 beers. 2 beers, man, and I'm ruined from it. I don't even like drinking. Let's get rid of rate limit. Well, maybe it should be in the rate limit. Mateo, hey, love your content. Wanted to ask if you're planning on updating your MV-Chad tutorials because of the update that made breaking changes to the config. Thank you again for the videos. That is a great question. I will not be updating the MV-Chad part of it. I will be doing eventually an updated version of those videos. Oil.mvim, I really should try it. Do you know what? Let's do it now. I will be doing an updated version of those videos eventually, but it will be more using a custom distribution that kind of can apply to anything, or using Lazy, but I don't use Lazy, so it just feels a bit disingenuous. You got rate limited from talking to your crush? Code documentation coverage? Probably is. Almost dead. I'm very envious. Do I not drink water? I drink water. I'm drinking water right here. Oh, 2 beers and hungover. Yeah, I mean, I don't sleep well whenever I have like a sniff of alcohol, so that's the main problem. I'm not like hungover, but I'm just like a little bit sleepy, a little bit tired. Could do with a nap. Lake, you want me to try Crystal again? I definitely will. Have they fixed the concurrency issue with Crystal? Also, let's get this going. Let's get rid of this. What have I broken? Oh my god. Broken everything, haven't I? That's annoying. Okay, please. Oh my god. It's so broken. Yeah, I might need to. It's like not let me do anything. Okay. Oh, ugh. It's like so broken. Okay, did that fix? What? I think this is the issue. It's awful, isn't it? I need to make sure it's working now. Okay, I think it is. It's done. It's fixed. Don't worry. Oh, horrible. I didn't enjoy any of that. Okay, oil and Vim. I was recording a macro? Oh, that's even worse. Oh, that was honestly one of the worst experiences of my life. All right, oil is installed. How do I use it? That's the real question. How do we use it? How do we use it? Quick start. Then open our directory using nvim. Hey. How do we go up? You can use oil to enter it as well. Minus to go up. Oh, nice. And then we can edit, right? So I can do generic.go and save it. There you go. Look at that. Fantastic. Define key map. Let's have a look. I used to have Telescope. Oh yeah, Telescope file browser is what I've been using. It's okay. It's not bad. I like it. I've been using it for a while, but I'm going to try oil. How do we do key maps in Lua again? Which key? Does which key work, or do you have to do key maps? I haven't updated this config in a long time. Oh no, that chat thing went away. What is my primary source of finding clients? Is that spam? Or is that like a real question? That feels like a spam question. Just do key maps, not which key. I always find which key is better. What was the key map? I've lost it. Okay. Phoenix, it is. Normal mode. Space. There's so many key maps. Okay, somebody give it to me in lazy format, please. Are we dropping frames? Oh yeah, we did drop some. But I think it's fine again now. Yeah, if I have which key, I much prefer... Wait, which key finds it? This is not a lazy one, Phoenix. All right, let me look at the documentation. Is it back? Yeah, we did drop a few. I think it was a blip. Plugin spec. All right, where's the key map? keys, right? Wait, there's lazy loading on a key map and we don't want that. Set the key map in the config. I thought there was a way you could do it in the actual... All right, let's do it in config then. You have it like so? That's what I thought it used to be, but let's try just Phoenix's way for the moment. But I think that's for loading the actual configuration. Okay. Let's get out of here. Why have I got net RW now? Why net RW? What did that break? Oh, I see why it's breaking, right? Because we need to load oil and Vim in this config as well. Yeah, I got a cool setup. Okay, good. What was the key binding again that we defined? Space 0. Hey, there we go. It's working. What was space 0 before? Wait, let me just exit out. Nice. There we go. We're using oil now. Let's go ahead and commit that. I wish escape to exit would be... There we go. Done. What VS Code themes do I use right now? I'm not using any VS Code themes. I don't even think I have VS Code installed. Right, oil is now installed. What were we doing before oil? There was something important. Crystal. Somebody wanted me to look at Crystal. Have they fixed concurrency in Crystal? Have I done much work with GoTemple? I've done some. Crystal Meth mentioned. I'm actually watching Breaking Bad at the moment again. If I want hidden files shown, I need to explicitly enable it. I think I'm okay without it. But I could. Well, actually, let's take a look at how we enable it. This one. Not that one. Have I watched Better Call Saul? I have. Fantastic show. By the way, you can use NVIM oil SSH. That's pretty cool. Crystal Math. Yeah, does okay. Has Crystal fixed their... Let's have a look. Have they now got true concurrency? That's what I want to know. Because before they didn't. They've updated quite considerably since I last looked at it. There's still a single thread. Still a single operating system thread. That's my only issue with Crystal. Never streamed with Linux before. How does it feel? It's pretty good, actually. It's working well. I'm actually very, very happy with streaming. Yeah, this is my only problem with Crystal. Like, it's been experimental for so long, the parallelism. Because it could be as good as Go, but it's just not. Really? Cargo didn't support multi-threaded building? I don't know if that's true. Surely not. Surely not. That was one of the reasons I bought a Threadripper. Well, C++ was one of the main ones, but... Really? They only supported parallelism, concurrent building? Maybe that is why it was always slow. I assumed they must have been... Like, it's so easy to parallelize building. Let's have a look. That would have been a waste of money otherwise. Faster compilation with the parallel front end in Nightly. What car do I have? Guess. If you guess it, I'll tell you. Yeah, interesting. They only just added that in. C++, it's been added for ages. That's crazy. I assumed they had that in already. Like linking, yeah, I get linking is never really done. But the actual compiling? I mean, I can guess I see why if it's not compiling out to object files. Well, there you go. I guess that's why it was quick to build Z that time. I can't believe that. Learn something new every day. Does chat filter out URLs? I don't think so. It depends. YouTube might. YouTube's a bit funny about sending URLs. I probably have a Toyota. Why do you think I have a Toyota? Actually, my car is in the next video I'm going to put up. Did you see the massive exploit in Arc browser that got patched recently? I heard about it. What was it? Catastrophic. Okay, let's have a look. RCE, that's never great. Can you guys see that? Let's check. Yeah, you can see it. Arc before 240826. Allows for an RCE and JavaScript boosts. Boosts that run JavaScript cannot be shared by default. However, because of misconfigured Firebase ACLs, it is possible to create or update a boost using another user's ID. This installs the boost in the victim browsers. Injecting CSS. JavaScript, Firescript have a video on it. I'll watch that. Firebase background. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Misconfigured Firebase ACLs. It's weird enough. This is a no action cloud vulnerability with 0 affected users. Well, that's not too bad then. Really, really bad. Really, really bad, but no affected users. I mean, I guess it's not, could have been worse. Firebase skill issue? Yeah, that seems like it is. And I mean, okay, user's ID as well. What are they using for identifiers? Am I programming on the Threadripper? I am, yeah. This is going to be my main machine from now on. Could I send you my old machine? No. Do I use Control W? Control W for what? When will I publish the Nick's Darwin video? Probably tomorrow. I need to do some quality control on it tonight, but then I probably will close it. How am I navigating the VSP? What do you mean, like, between these two? I just, I use the Nix, the Tmux navigator thing. Nix. I use the Tmux Vim navigator, which does it automatically. And then also it has the other benefit of, like, here I can navigate across all three using L, H, J, whatever. Kind of. It almost works. Yeah, Vim Tmux Navigator, that's what I use. And then I just use the Vim key bindings with control to navigate. Alphanumeric string around 15 characters. Yes, the entropy is going to be incredibly high. So you would have had to known a user's ID in order to remote code execution. So it's bad, but like... I don't think it ever would have been exploited in the wild unless you already had access to somebody else's machine to obtain their user ID. Or I just can't see how else, unless they're storing the user ID somewhere in a configuration that maybe is being uploaded. That might happen, but I got to use a session manager with Tmux. What do you recommend? I need to give Sesh a go. I know Josh. I'm on a Discord channel with him somewhere. You can find the user ID publicly? Well, that's pretty bad then. You can get the user's ID from referral links. Okay, that is pretty bad then. Why? What from the referral links? Why are they referring with the user ID? That's terrible. At least create like a referral ID or something. Yeah, it is pretty dumb to be fair. What's my Threadripper specs? It is the 3970. Tmuxinator? J&D, it is my own custom NeoVim configuration. Yeah, you probably can make a bash script in 6 lines, but Sesh is still really cool. 128, yeah, I've actually got another 128 set to put in if I want to. So I could have 256, but that will slow down performance a little bit. The GPU is, let's have a look. The GPU is 6900 XT. It's okay. For all the pitfalls they fell into, they handled the exploit pretty well. Yeah, I think so. I mean, nobody was at least they reported that no one was affected. So, could have been way worse. But yeah, I mean, it's way worse than I considered initially. If they've got the user ID publicly visible, that's not great. Really only, in my opinion, only the user should be able to see their own user ID. We need some music, don't we? Let me load some up. Let's get some music. Let's do Moonwalker. Moonwalker's all right. You got 1 terabyte of RAM. IP leak as usual. Is a really good. It is a good GPU. It's good. I don't think it's as good as the price. I mean, I have some issues with it. Like Vappy is not great. I mean, trying to encode compared to like NVEC. These are the exploits we know about. Imagine what are available on the black market. Yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of cybersecurity companies that basically find these exploits. What do I do with 1.5 terabytes of storage? Video editing. Video is pretty big. I mean, that's not 1.5. That's 1.5 on the home, and then another 1.7 on the what's it called? Next run. Ooh, I didn't know you could do that. Phoenix, you teaching me something new today. Now fund those exploits? Nah, find them. The US government funds them. You thought I edited on my MacBook? So it's actually, I'm going to do a video on it, and I talk a little bit about it, but initially I built Dreams of Code editing on Arch with DaVinci Resolve. Then I bought a MacBook because I wanted to be able to travel and edit at the same time. Why am I staring at your soul? Because I got a nice prompter. I have to stare at the soul. It's like a human connection, I think. So then I bought a MacBook so I could edit on the go. And like, I wanted to have it set up so I could have like a central store. I just never got around to it. So I just edited on the MacBook. That slowed me down considerably because I'm now like working across 2 different machines, which is a bit of an issue. Because I will record on one machine, then edit on another one. So everyone keeps telling me, I know my IP is not linked. So what ended up happening is it slowed me down because I'd have to edit on one machine, record another machine. It's kind of annoying. Also, like the colors were always off because I was having a like capture card in the MacBook. It's not great. Anyway, long story short, I'm trying to move to a single machine. I'll use this for like travel still, the MacBook Pro, but I want to kind of go back to a single machine that can do everything. Yeah. Intel A3010 Eco GPU. A3100. So like Intel A310. Been MacBooking it for years, considering a framework. I'm going to do a review on the framework. I just got the updated display, the higher resolution display. So I'm going to install that whilst doing a video talking about it because I love that laptop. It's so good. Can't do like video editing or anything with it, but it is great. Thanks, Epic. Did I get rid of the ThinkPad in the framework then? No, I've still got my framework. And my ThinkPad, I am going to get rid of it. I've still got my... I'm selling my old ThinkPad. Zen was problematic to build. It's working pretty fine. Zoltipoi, I recommend DDoSing that IP. Giving it a go. You bought the, yeah, I mean, the 16 M1 Pro. I think that is such a good laptop and you should keep using it. Am I going to jump on the Linux ARM train? If Framework produce a main board that is Linux ARM, I will happily give that a go. This is pretty good for media, isn't it? How much does the Intel Arc A3100 cost? A3100, A310. Oh, is this somebody... Mixed bag? Somebody created one? Okay, we're gonna react to this. You guys see that? What browser is this? This is Arc. Not Arc, sorry, Zen. This is the Arc. This is Zen browser. Why is everything called Zen these days? I know. It's kind of annoying, right? League of Legends, it's fine. Diablo 3, it's fine. Diablo 4, I mean, I don't play video games that much anymore. Dark Souls, fine. Not great on the Elden Ring, though. That's not great. Is it CPU and GPU? I think it's just GPU, right? Just an Intel GPU. I mean, it could work as like a secondary GPU just for video encoding. 100 USD. I wonder if I just plug it in then as a secondary GPU. All right, let's give it a go, Phoenix. Why is that not pasting? Is this where you install a Trojan or a backdoor onto my machine? I'm going to steal my environment variables. Just blindly trust in chats and vim config. Keylogger. It's like super warm. I got to turn the air down a bit. Man, this is a big NeoVim configuration. What happened? Where's the line numbers? Running live random code on stream. It is pretty ballsy. I trust Phoenix though. A380? Is the A380 better than the A310? Try again. Second GPU A300. Yeah, maybe that. I'm going to try and have a look. How much is it? Is my cursor banana? It is. It absolutely is. That's how Geotan get you? Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is high risk behavior. I mean, it looks cool. Let me test this. Fun fact about Nick's film, the build is like 5 times longer. I can imagine it is. Yeah, I am a fellow Brit. A well-spoken fellow Brit, to be fair. Is your banana a cursor? I think this is my banana. It's kind of small at the moment, though. I had it, like, really large at one point, and it was a bit too much. So now it's more adequately sized for a cursor. Do I think England will ever bring it home? Absolutely not. Not in my lifetime. The day I die, they will. But no, they're never going to bring it home. They're always going to be this close to bringing it home. And now that I've said that, they'll bring it home, obviously. It's sod's law, isn't it? Do I prefer PG Tips or Yorkshire? Oh, okay, this is a controversial statement. But obviously, Yorkshire tea I prefer, but I didn't until I moved to Newcastle. Or when I lived in Newcastle for uni. So I was PG Tips because I don't even think it was PG Tips. My family, I think, was like Sainsbury's. But Yorkshire tea now. I'm Yorkshire tea pilled. Are you still using the Chi router or only STD-lib? STD-lib. Unfollowing. You're PG Tips guy? Or gal? I don't know, sorry. PG Tips. Wow, that's controversial. I would have been disowned at uni for that. Okay, Intel A310. Because maybe this will solve the hardware transcoding problem. Can you water cool it though? It's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Sweep the board, PC game. Do we actually have T-Wars there? Yeah, 100%. Well, I don't live there anymore. I'm now in the US, so now I drink coffee. We have coffee wars. Can you ship the Glove 80 to yourself? I've actually been using it. I've got it right here. It's going to be used in a video soon, so I can't ship it just yet. Oh, nice. Congratulations. I'm glad they opened an oldie. I think we got an oldie here in America, believe it or not. It's actually pretty good. It's better than the, is my encoding bugging out? Bitrate's kind of high. Isn't oldie in America Trader Joe's? Nah, Trader Joe's is fancy. Trader Joe's is like kind of, it's like Waitrose or M&S, I guess. Yeah, it's like M&S Trader Joe's out here. That's pretty cheap. I might get one. What was the other one? 3,800? Okay, why is this only $20 more? STD-lib has gotten way better, no reason to use Qi. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. I definitely think the STD-lib is a lot better. in my opinion. Hey, who cares? How's it going? Oh, interesting. So it's like actually Audi. I didn't know that. Wait, they got an ASRock ARC? Rather than... The Sparkle was Intel, right? Better programmers use shittier laptops? I mean, I don't disagree. I will say the framework... This, I mean, I will do a video on this very, very soon because this is the best Linux laptop that I've owned, without a doubt. It's fantastic. I can't grab the second best one. I prefer the 13 to the 16, I'm going to say it. And I don't know if this is a worse laptop or a worsier laptop to, you know, not be rude. Okay, so which one's better? The A3080, A380, or the A310? Does anyone know? Higher number equals better. That's usually what I would guess as well. Four gigs of GDDR6, not very much. If Apple releases a Mac that can be booted to Linux, makes you write faster code. I mean, that's kind of true. Writing faster code, though, is just... Don't be stupid, isn't it? Really. Like, don't use an array when you can use a hash map or a set. Don't do nested looping unless you absolutely have to. $10-year-old like ThinkPad. Yeah, I mean, use a computer as long as it exists or as long as it works for. That's the best thing you can do. I'm going to try Asahi on my Mac Mini. I mean, maybe. There is some... I get what you're kind of saying, but like, when you're real stupid, it will run slow even on a good computer, right? Computers can't, like 100 times slower code is going to be 100 times slower no matter what. I don't think we have computers that are 100 times faster than, like in like current generation of working computers. Maybe we do. So this has just got six gigabytes of GDDR6. AV1 encode decode. Okay, but is there support for Intel Arc on Linux? They got CUDA. AMD, Vulkan. Does it use Vulkan? Or VAPI? I think, okay, it is VA API, right? Asahi is cute. I'm going to use Asahi Linux. That's why you're a PHP developer. It runs just as bad as anywhere I have it hosted. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Should do Vulkan. Yeah, Vulkan. Okay. I mean, if it works on Linux for encoding, I'll probably just use it. I mean, $119 is pretty affordable, to be fair. Back ordered. What about the drivers for it? I mean, they should be integrated into the kernel, right? The kernel should have support for it. Intel's pretty good with its Linux support. What? Yeah, Intel support is there. So it should be fine. 119 is pretty affordable. I might consider getting that. I'm going to do some research and figure it out. All right, I'm going to quickly dehydrate because y'all hydrated me so much so far. I'll be right back. I'm back. I just went to dehydrate. Should we call you Dream Dreams, Dreams of Code, Doc, or is it just LA? You can call me whichever one you want. You recognize that logo? Which logo? Which logo do you recognize? But hello there. Oh, the Dreams of Code logo, huh? You mean hydrate? No, dehydrate. Not hydrate. Dehydrate. Ah, glad you recognized it. Doc, yeah, Doc's fine. Or DOC. Dreams, DOC. Dream, I think, is like a big gamer, right? So probably a bit of a conflict there. How do we build a generic limiter? I don't really want to build this today because my brain's not working. Theme is very colorful. It's Tokyo Night. Yeah, I really don't want to build this today. My brain's not working fully. It's folk, Tokyo Night, Neofim. Folky. What keyboard am I using? I'm using the Voyager. You can, I believe there is a command. Yeah, there's a command. I'm using the ZSA Voyager. Have I thought about running my own stream relay rather than using Restream? I might give it a go. The chat is just nice with Restream. This is Voyager. It's a pretty dope keyboard. I didn't like it because I kept having my wrists on the table and it was kind of hurting. And I tried these things. Have I tried building my own chat? I tried using these things from Delta Hub, but I don't know. I just end up fiddling with them, fidgeting. They're not bad, but then I've got like a felt desk map, so it's fine. Linux only stream? Does Prime not do Linux only? Hey, John McBride, how you doing? I thought you used to do Linux only. Have I tried the Glove 80? I have. I actually have it right here. But I'm in two minds about it. There's things I like, things I dislike about it. Yeah, I'm not going to build anything. My brain's not working to figure this out. I basically just want a generic rate limiter. But like, you got to configure it. And you got to specify the requests. I guess you can do function new. But like, do you configure it by how many, I guess, time frame, type? I guess this would actually limiter configuration struct period, I guess, time dot duration max or num. I guess that would work. He streams on Windows. I mean, it is the easiest way, and there's like a lot of benefits to streaming through Windows because, I mean, that was what I was doing up until recently, or up until this stream. Like, if something goes wrong with your machine, at least you don't lose the stream. You can log out, log back in again. So I do get the benefit of it. I'm not going to criticize him for that at all. It's like not even worth criticizing about. I think it makes a lot of sense to do it through Windows, but I wanted to see if I can do it through this stream. So I get it. I would absolutely do it. That's what I have been doing. It's the right way to go. Hello Kitty Linux. I mean, that's probably the way to do it. Weak. I mean, I would be hypocritical to complain about that. I think it's actually the smart thing to do. But it's also nice to know that you can do it entirely on Linux if you have 32 cores, which is ridiculous. You shouldn't have that many. Hey, Zark. What operating system am I using? I'm using Linux, but I'm using NixOS, by the way. There you go. Hello Kitty Linux. Is Hello Kitty Linux still being maintained? There's a theme. Wait, I don't think Hello Kitty is maintained anymore. What's actually resource intensive on Linux for streaming? No GPU encoding. I had GPU encoding turned on earlier, but it was not good. There was like a lot of artifacts whenever I moved. That could be just configuration issues, but VAPI just kind of didn't seem to work. See you later, Kay. So I'm currently doing it through FFmpeg with a software encoder, but I mean, it's like 3.8% CPU, so it's pretty fine. Yeah, if you can throw a Threadripper at the problem, there is no problem anymore, right? That solves all problems. Last time you tried streaming on Linux, your old RX 4080? 480? You made it up? Man, I wish Hello Kitty Linux was there. Hannah Montana Linux is pretty dope. I don't know if that's still maintained. Last updated? Okay. A year ago? I don't know. That maybe starts to... Okay, no, the webpage. Last one was 2009. Yeah, it's not working anymore, is it? Not maintained. Time to bring back Hello Kitty with a NixOS starter config. I mean, we can do Hello Kitty NixOS. What software do you need that is still on Windows? Just as an FYI. You don't like the fact that 99% of scaling issues now have the answer of throw more resources at them? What would you like the answer to be? If not throw more resources. A lot of Unity stuff is also, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can do PCIe pass-through, but that takes a lot of watts and there is some issues with it. I mean, Windows is perfectly fine. Just faster code instead of more resources. Does that mean, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying now. So rather than like using slow or like an interpreted languages and just scaling up the resources, write it in a more performant programming language. I see what you're saying. I mean, FFmpeg though is kind of performant, right? It's not like we're encoding in JavaScript. At least I hope not. I couldn't even imagine rewriting FFmpeg in Rust. The right tool for the right task? Yeah, I think that is important. But there are some things, I think when the optimization exists, it's a good option to use. But there are some things where that optimization is, the only optimization is to throw more money at the situation. But I 100% agree with you. I think that shouldn't be the default go-to, which I think is what you're saying. Or I'm assuming that's what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I agree with that 100%. I think, yeah, I'm in a total alignment with you on that one. Yeah, FFmpeg is written in C and ASM. I mean, FFmpeg is about as fast as it gets, really. Just sat here with Hannah Montana Linux. Wait, Hannah Montana ransomware? Hello Kitty ransomware. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. Hey Cam, how's it going? We doing Hannah Montana now? Does it have a Docker image? If it does, we can do one. Yeah, Hannah Montana does have a Docker image. Watch me get popped. It's an okay sized banana. It could be a little bit bigger. Pull some random Linux images. That's the whole point of a computer, is to run random code. I can make it a little bigger. Wait, I can't remember the command to do so. Let's see. Unknown request. I can't remember how to set a cursor in. My brain is not working today. Is it set cursor? No, it's not hyper cursor. Oh, there we go. That worked. Set cursor. This is a big banana. Much better. I'm gonna look into fish. I'll probably do like a Zen fish at one point. Can't use it for scale. What terminal I'm using? I'm using Alacrity. Right, did we get Hannah Montana installed? No, Hannah Montana. Oh, maybe it will work. Distrobox, enter, Hannah. Hannah. Did I spell Hannah wrong? Yeah, I did. Oops. Don't work. Can't run Hannah Montana Linux. I should try Atuin. I did try Atuin. It didn't resonate with me. Fish plus Starship for the win. Yeah, I might do Fish and Starship because I think it supports the prompt. Starship, not the prompt, whatever it is. Again, my brain's not working, so I do apologize. Starship, terminal, whatever, prompt. Hanana. Hanana. Yeah. What is it? What's the prompt that I liked? My brain is done. Donezoed. Advanced configuration. Transient prompt. That's it. Transient prompt. CMD. In fish. So they do support it in fish. So I might do a Starship fish configuration. I might do a video on that. We'll give it a go. My only problem with fish is I just don't know how to do anything in fish. Like setting an ENV var. Doesn't fit in the small buttons. The big one? No, it doesn't. It's like hard to line up, right? That's why I didn't like having too large a one. It was unwieldy. Unwieldy. It's like Berserk, isn't it? It's like Guts' sword in Berserk. Are framework laptops actually a good replacement for ThinkPads? Yeah, I think so. Just set the env inside of the fish config. Well, instead of setting it once and forget about it, I'm not too sure what you mean. Shouldn't fish be similar to Z Shell but not POSIX compliant? So like, okay. Let's have a look. Nix run. Nix packages. Fish. Set GX editor. Yeah, I think that's the problem, right? Oof. Yeah, I really like the framework. The ThinkPads are great, but I just think the framework for me is better. The screen is better. The upgradability is way better. Like you only really have to buy this, and that's it. I mean, you can upgrade the main board. You don't have to buy a new display. The display just should work. Like it's better. There's no doubt about it. So okay, how do you export? What is it? Set GX foo equals bar and echo, or is it just set foo equals bar? So it's just set foo bar. Is that it? What's the set GX then? That's me melting, rotting away. No equal. So set GX. What does the GX stand for? Global persistent. Okay. That's not too difficult. I think set is actually easy. It's just the global and persistent. El Tito Frankie, it has exactly that. That is what my video is basically going to be on. Hang on 2 seconds. I haven't felt... The framework makes me feel like this laptop. Well, reminds me of this laptop. Okay, the framework... Did I step on this or something? The framework reminds me of this. The... What is it? T440p? It's like... This was probably... This used to be my favorite laptop. It's a bit beat up now. But like, you could repair it. You could replace the CPU in it. It was awesome. Now, granted, the CPU got outdated pretty quick. But this laptop was fantastic. Who uses fish in chat? Fish fin mode? How do you do that? You do? You want to link me your configs if you're proud of your configuration? Just for research. Been your daily? Anybody want to link me their configuration so I can do some research for when I eventually do a video? You had a T4, yeah, the mods, the stock trackpad was awful. But modding it out to like the I think it was the T430. I gotta replace one, but the keyboard, fantastic. Upgrading it to like a 1080p panel. I loved this keyboard, this laptop. It's still got power, how's that? I got Core Boot as well running, which is also great. I don't know how that's got power, that shouldn't have power. You don't have it on GitHub? No worries. I wanted to see who had a really good fish configuration that I could get inspired by. Z-Shell purely for power level 10k? Yeah, power level 10k is GOAT. Do the benefits of fish outweigh the non-POSIX compliance? I mean, that's a great question. The thing is, Z-Shell technically isn't POSIX compliant either. Neither is Bash. So if like the actual limiter is like POSIX compliance, then none of them are. You can make Bash POSIX compliance with a flag, but at some point, usability, I mean, POSIX is great, don't get me wrong, but at some point, you can't be tied down by POSIX in order to innovate on certain things. And I think that's what a lot of newer shells kind of are hoping for. Came with an Ethernet connection? Yeah, it did. That is one of the drawbacks of this. The Ethernet port on this thing is ridiculous. But USB-C is pretty great. Just paste this in to use Vi mode without config file. Okay, let's do that. I mean, I'm probably going to do a fish video. What does POSIX compliant mean? That's a great question, not a stupid one. So POSIX stands for something operating system interface. It's like a standard, basically. Portable operating system interface. I don't know what the X is. Yeah, I don't know what the X means, but it's the portable operating system interface. So it's a family of standards. It's used for like quite a lot of standards within operating systems. So like how threads are defined, how synchronization is defined, IO, file, networking. Yeah. It's many services, utilities. It's very important because you want computers to work the same no matter as you go through. But shells typically don't. Well, shells typically /bin/sh, which is the. I can't remember what it is. I can't remember what its actual name is, but that shell itself is POSIX compliant. My brain is not in the right frame of mind to explain it too much, but either way, in order for a shell to be POSIX compliant, I can't remember what it needs, but things like how you export environment variables, etc., Fish, the way you set an environment variable is very different because it's not POSIX compliant. Like some, like Bash, have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Fish, on the other hand, just has no feet in. Bourne shell, that's it. Thank you, Wolfric. Hey, Swiss UI Kit, how you doing? Okay, so we got the Vi bindings. Yeah, nice. I'm always in two minds about having Dash I think is POSIX compliance. Yeah, Bash is as well. And then Bash, if you start it up using one of the flags that sets it to be POSIX compliant. Let's look at what makes a POSIX compliant shell. Because it is a great question. Some of the important POSIX standards. File formats, environment variables. Locale. Character sets. Regular expressions. Things like that. Here we go. This is a good Reddit post. Why should I care whether my shell is POSIX compliance? Scripting is a big one, why it's important. Like, but then you just make sure you do the shebang of /bin/z shell, right? Or /bin/bash. Or even better, /user/bin/env/bash. So, I mean, like, it only really affects you if you try to do inline scripting inside of your actual shell, which I do very rarely these days. That's like going to be the biggest reason why it's an issue. New shell. I've heard good things about new shell. Is it written in Rust? So not really an issue. I mean, it can be an issue. It's not really the biggest issue in the world. Tried new shell once and hated it because it was so different. Shadow, nope, you didn't get Shadow Realmed. Here's a fun video about it. For some reason I can't open links on this, but I don't want to watch someone's stream on video on stream, but I'm going to open up to see what it is. Hey, nice. Oh yeah, Tom Delalende. Nice. I've seen one of his videos. Talking about Bash. Morning, Aloys Burger. We're just chatting today, talking about POSIX. I'm going to watch that video, Wolfric, after the stream. Not good morning for me, it's afternoon for me, but I guess Aloy's burger is in the morning. Want to learn Go for your backend for your iOS applications? Where do you recommend to start from? I need something complete like a course or a book. That's a great question. As for a book, let me check. Let me check. I think it's Manning. Manning is the publisher. There was a really good book that I read on Go. But maybe it wasn't Manning. Shipping Go. Bash and Z-Shell kind of good at it. I mean, they are. Z-Shell and Bash are great. Talks about Z-Shell, Bash, Shell, Bash, Fish, Bash. Brain's not working. It's too many words. Aren't I based out of London? No. No, I'm based in the US. Best book is the internet. Just build stuff. I mean, yeah, just building stuff is the right way to go, but sometimes it's good to have a reference and point you in the direction of what to build. Learning Go, that's it, isn't it? Is it? Okay, Go in Action I think is what I read, but it's old, so I don't think it would be. Go in Action is what I've read, but it is old, so I wouldn't recommend it now. Learning Go by John Bodner. Is it O'Reilly? This is a bit more recent, so probably like 2015 is old for Go. Some people don't do... I do well on books. Some people don't do well on books. Can you plug the site? You can plug it, yeah. I don't think you'll get a... what's it called, though? I don't think YouTube will allow you to post the URL. Still live? Yeah, I'm still live. Still alive. We did lose the stream for a little bit at one point. To be fair, it's getting to the time I've got to quit. We've got another 20 minutes, I'd say. I got to do some quality assurance. Yeah, the structure of a book can be helpful. It can, definitely. I really like books. The only problem with books, like videos and everything else, is they do get outdated. Try Go with tests. Please. QA, quality assure. Free resource, this is always good. I might actually give this a read. Yeah, I'm not one to read through an entire book either. I'll like read it until a point I feel confident and then I never finish it. But like that initial part, where it used to be that. That's how I learned PHP back in the day. That for me always helps. Yeah, but what do you do? So I'll watch the video. I will make sure what I'm saying is as factual or as correct as I know it to be. I'll make sure there's no like weird editing bugs or any weird like phrases that I'm using or things don't make sense. So I go through the entire video, just make sure that it's good, it's ready to be released. If not, then I got to go make edits and then I got to go watch that new video again to make sure that one's okay. So it's a very long process, but mostly just fixing things. When is my course coming out? I need to get on it. I'm slacking on it and it's pretty bad. So I've got a plan to get back on it and get working with it, but it's going to be a while. Probably 2025 at this point, which is terrible. But I need to make more of a conscious effort. I mean, having this now set up as it is going to make me faster at making courses. And I'm going to have to start doing A-roll because doing like pure motion graphics is just too much. And that's what I kind of did. The first lesson, like the intro on that course, is probably one of the best videos I've ever made. And it took me so long, and it's only like 3 minutes long. It took me so long to make it. So I need to just be quicker about it because as much as doing nice animations and stuff is great, it doesn't really impact the content too much. Why did the banana get bigger? Is that a dirty joke? I'm not gonna answer that. I'm not gonna ask that question. Go by example. That's a good book as well, I think. Why not do on stream? What, as in like QA my video on stream? It's kind of weird. I could, but it's not that interesting. It's just me watching a 30-minute video and like making notes about what things I need to fix at each timestamp. And then it kind of, people won't want to watch the actual video. Especially, I don't ever want to watch the actual video after rewatching it over and over again. You swear? I sorry, Luigi, I was winding you up. Yeah, I think it did get bigger, right? You think we can play Elden Ring while streaming at the same time? You think it's possible? Love seeing behind the scenes. Yeah, I'll do some BTS. I definitely will. Me doing the QA part is not BTS. It's boring AF. It's the part I really hate. All right, you think we can game on Linux on stream? Should we try it? How do I find the time to get content out on top of your daily life job? The first year I was working a job and doing content, it was incredibly difficult. I just had to sacrifice a lot of stuff. And then just be very, very like, oh, I broke this pen. Had to be very diligent about, man, I love that pen. I had to be very diligent about what I was doing and my expectations and like realistically what I could do, which is why I did a lot of 5-minute videos. Now I'm doing 30-minute videos and stuff because I am a full-time YouTuber, I guess, or a full-time content creator. Like I'm self-employed, so I do more than just YouTube and content creation, but now I have much more time to do it. I also have an editor a fantastic editor. He's amazing. So yeah, I work with an editor as well that does like a lot. It just buys me so much time back, and he's awesome. So I have an editor that helps. All right, what are we going to play? We're going to play Dark Souls or Elden. I think we can play Dark Souls, but my problem with Dark Souls is I think it's a little buggy. Let's see if we can get Dark Souls working on this. How did you find the motivation to find stuff to work on for yourself? That is a really great question. So like you have to be very disciplined, and it took quite a bit of time to get that kind of discipline. So discipline is an important part. Does your editor have a technical background to edit your videos? Could try Elden Ring? I'll try Elden Ring. Let's see if this works. Wait, which is monitor 3? Workspace. Do I like retro games? I do like retro games. Does your editor have a technical background? He has somewhat of a technical background. He like understands enough. That was like something I had to look for, obviously. Is that showing? It's flash banging, isn't it? Let's see if it works. He has somewhat of a technical background. Kind of under... That's stretched. Oh, what's happened? It's like super stretched, huh? I can't play like this. Why is it loading like this? Okay, I know why it's loading like this. Let's quit that. What has happened? We still... Sorry. Well, that was terrible. Let's try it again. Might be because Steam is on like my weird display. My rotated one, so it's like loading it up in a rotated image size. Yeah, it's not good. All right, let's quit that. Let's open up Steam. And then let's quit Steam. Yeah, from the window tiling it has. Let's try now. Hopefully it loads it in this window. There we go, that looks better. Nah, looks like it's still doing bad resolution. Oh, okay, that might be better. Options in the game. See you later, Aloy's Burger. Burger? No, this looks stretched again. We'll try and change the settings in the game. It's ridiculous. How do I change the resolution? My resolution is like stupid. Is it possible to change it or not? Nope. Ah, so annoying. I guess can't play it. Can you exclude the game from the tiling? So I think it's because it's loading on like my rotated monitor, which is 2160 by 3840. So unfortunately, because it's like for some reason defaulting to that monitor. Gaming on Linux, yeah. We'll try one more time. But let's try Dark Souls, see if that has the same issue. Wait, I have Dark Souls. Let's see if this is also an issue. It gets the wrong monitor when reporting native resolution. How do you fix that? Hey, Kankir. Thank you. Actually, what is my primary monitor? It should be this, but maybe that is the issue. Maybe you're right, Shivi. That's a good idea to consider. I guess because it's got ID 0, that means it's primary monitor. That could be a good fix. Yeah, this is ridiculous. So stupid. Hyperland doesn't have the... I think it does have the concept, right? But yeah, disabling the other one is not a bad idea. But all those windows are going to fly over. I thought Hyperland did have the concept. It doesn't? You're probably more right than me. Preferred? Okay, does preferred act as primary? No, okay, that's resolution. So you're right, it's not about primary. So I have to disable this monitor and then... Yeah, okay. X-Way Land. No, this is just the end of my pen, my favorite pen that I just broke. So your fix is to use hypercontrol to disable the monitor. Wait, what is loading now? Wait. Oh, I don't want to disable that. Good job, I didn't do that. HDMI A1, that's why I want to disable. How do you disable the monitor?